fundamental concept in research and data analysis. In these sections, we will explore the aspects of population and sampling, their importance in various concepts, and the methodologies involved in selecting representative samples. So, sample or sampling the means the average of a subset sample observations taken from a larger populations. Then population means the average of all observations in specific populations. So let's move on. Vocabulary list. Population. The first one is population. Refers to a total numbers of people who serves as a subject or respondents of study. Population is a complete set of people with a specialized specialized set of characteristics. Na, statistics, a branch of mathematics that deals with the analysis and interpretation of numerical data in terms of sample. Statistics is gone. It would also you would also use this statistics. Let's proceed to the next one. The sampling procedure. Part the method in identifying parts of respondents of the study. So, sampling procedure is reliable method of obtaining information where every single member of a population is chosen randomly. Then the last one is conclusion, is where you wrap up your ideas and leave the reader with a strong final impressions. So conclusion is the final piece of your writing and research paper, essay, article, and it is the part, last part na to. It diha nimo siya i-summarize tanan or kan ba? Giusa nimo. So, importance of understanding population in sampling procedure. The first one is accurate research result. Understanding population and sampling procedures is crucial for obtaining accurate research results. It ensures that sample chosen is representative of the entire population, minimizing the risk of biases or skewed findings. So, why accurate research result is important? Because it would refers to how to how basta it is important because accurate measurement reflects the researcher's ability to minimizing the systematic errors or biases. The next one is resource optimization. By comprehending population and sampling methods, resources can be allocated efficiently. This knowledge aids in determining the appropriate sample size, reducing unnecessary data collection costs. So, resource optimization It involves identifying, prioritizing, the and utilizing resources in 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 yeah, in most efficient and effective manners, and it aims to meet the project requirements and quality generab generalizability of findings, knowledge of population and sampling enhance the generalizes general generalizability of research findings. It allows researchers to draw conclusions that can be applied to the broader population, contributing the validity of the study. So, generalizing generalizability of findings is measure of how useful the result of the study are for a broader group of people or situation. Minimization of errors. Na, the last one. Understanding population and sampling procedure assist in minimizing errors and biases, thereby increasing the reliability and trustworthiness of research outcomes. So, minimizations of errors is important because para ano na, but minimization of error, you must have the accuracy to minimize your errors. Ano ba? Minimize. Yes, it is. You must take the advantage of pre-existing habits on.
Random selection. Simple random sampling involves selecting a sample from a population in such a way that every possible sample of a given size has an equal chance of being chosen. This method ensures that a sample is as representative of the entire population and helps in drawing unbiased conclusion. So, kaning random selection, mao ni siya ang researcher. Isa random na ang pagpili sa participants ba of the population. Probability theory. Understanding probability theory is essential for simple random sampling. It involves the likelihood of selecting a participant sample and helps in evaluating the reliabilities of the results obtained through in this method. So, mao ni siya ang process sa pagpili sa usa ka sample gikan sa population. Kung asa ang individual is sibling mo pili sa researcher ba. But ilang gi-sure nga walay bias, may tabo kung naay representation ba sa whole population. Equal opportunity. Every element in population has an equal chance of being included in the sample, ensuring fairness in the selection process. This approach minimizes potential bias and ensure statistical validity. So, kaning equal opportunity guys, from the word equal, ang participants ani is na ay equal and fair chance ba nga masilik sila sa researchers.
Types of sampling methods. Simple random sampling. This method involves randomly selecting a subset of individuals from the population. So, dere involves random select sa kinsang individuals, ensuring that each member has an equal probability of being chosen. So, gisure gid nga equal tanan. The process is uncomplicated and offers a high level of representativeness when the population is large and diverse. Stratified sampling. In this technique, The population is divided into subgroups or strata based on certain characteristics. So, gidivide ni siya sa mga groups or strata nagdepende sa iyang characteristics. And then, samples are randomly selected from each stratum. It provides more accurate results when there are significant differences within the population. So, mas accurate yun ang resulta kung nasa significant differences. Cluster sampling. With cluster sampling, the population is divided into clusters, and then some clusters are randomly selected for inclusion in the study. So, ang uban gidivide ra and uban is random like select. So, this method is efficient in scenarios where the cluster represent the population's diversity. So, efficient ra gyud siya sa mga representatives. Type convenience sampling, where the samples are selected based on availability. So, ang convenience sampling nag-base ra gyud siya sa mga gipang pili kung kinsay available. So, that's convenience sampling. Purposive sampling is based on intention or the purpose of the study. So, mag-base ra gyud siya kung unsa ang purpose sa inyong study or sa ilang study. Quota sampling. This type of sampling depends on some preset standards. It selects the representative sample from the population. Referral snow sampling is used in situations where the population is completely unknown and rare. So, gigamit ra siya sa mga panagsaram kita kanang or uban kanang mato.
Purposive sampling, used to select a respondent are most likely to yield appropriate and useful information, and is a way of identifying and selecting cases that will use limited resource effectively. So kaning ganung purpose sampling, ma'am. Ang purpose sa sampling gigamit aron pilion ang mga respondent nga labing kasiguraduhan og mga makahatag og mahinungdanon nga sampling. Mao na ang purpose sampling, ma'am. So, quota sampling is a non-probability sampling method that relies on the non-random selection of a predetermined number or proportion of units. This is called a quota. You first divide the population into a mutually exclusive subgroups called strata, and then recruit sample units until you reach your quota. Ang quota sampling mauna ang usa ka non-probability sampling nga paagi nakasalig sa di nga random nga numero or pagsulob na pili nga numero or proportion sa mga bahin. Mao na ang quota sampling. Referral and snowball sampling. Snowball sampling or change referral sampling is defined as a non-probability sample technique in which the sample have a rare traits. This is a sampling technique in which existing subject provide referrals to recruit sampling required for a research study. So kaning referral or snowball sampling or change referral sampling sampling gitawag sa non-probability sampling technique kung diin ang mga sample may katangian nga kinihiraruhan sa pagdaadi sa mga research. Morning ang kuan ang referral snowball nagkuan siya sa mga technique, ma'am. This is some sampling technique in which is existing subject. Mao na ang referral snowball, ma'am. Referral snowball sampling. So, sampling errors and biases. Mao ni ang mga sample sa mga sample errors and biases. Na mao ni number 1, sample errors, unintentional errors in the sampling or selection process. Number 1 ya. Number 2, non-sampling errors that occur during data collection and analysis reporting. Mao ni mga errors that occur during nagkuha sa data collection, analysis or reporting. So number 3, bias in sampling systematic deviation from true value of population. Muna ang number 3. So kaning number ani ma'am, sampling errors may arise due to the flaw in the sampling process leading to results that do not accurately represent the population of non-sampling errors. On the other hand, occurring data collection, analysis or reporting sa nag-agi pa during sa ilang pag-data collection of analysis or reporting mo na then affectedly during the quality of the study ma-affect sa overall sa quality of the study niya. Furthermore, biases in sampling introduces systematic deviation from true value of population and potential distorting in findings. So what is data analysis in research? Data analysis is the most crucial part of any research that analyzes, summaries, collected data. It involves the interpretation of data gathered through the use of analytical and logical reasoning to determine patterns, relationship, or trends. So kani ko nung data analysis kani mo na siya data analysis. Data analysis kung sa Bisaya pa ang kanang data analysis usa na siya ka proseso sa pagsusi o sa interpretar sa mga impormasyon. Mao na ang data analysis sa pagta datos o sa pagkuha og datos aron makakuha ta og kahulugan sa research nato og konklusyon sa mga pataas ang resulta. So mao na ang data analysis. So why do we need to analyze data in research? The motive behind data analysis in research is to present accurate and reliable data as far as possible, avoid statistical errors, and find a way deal with everyday challenges like outliers, missing data, altering data, mining or developing graphical representation. So nganong sa Bisaya pa nganong dapat jud nato analyze atong research, dapat jud ato i-analyze atong research para di ta magkasayop-sayop. Example nga masayop ka og buhat nga na mo nang dapat jud nato i-analyze ang atong data sa in research. Para sa iyang gi-example na missing data, data altering og data mining or developing, mo na dapat jud nato i-analyze ang data research. So mao ni ang conclusion or the first section of our chapter 5. This section as described or Prettier et al. 2017 is commonly composed in inclusive summary or findings of the research study. In this section you can find facts that we are learned, the inquiry, conclusion, service, and important what in making research paper as it the chance for the research to leave lasting impression. Research conclusion has its important roles and purpose in research study. This is are commonly elaborated as the following. Mauni ang tulo ka following niya. It stresses out importance of thesis statement mo na piunahan. So kani ikaduha, it gives the written work sense of completion. So muhatag kuno sa og written works sense completeness mo na ang ikaduha. So kani ikatulo, it leaves a final impression to readers and it demonstrates a good organization. So kani ang ikatulo muhatag mo nasa biyaan nga final impression sa mga readers og sa mga og mukan sa og demonstrates or good organization. So maora na.
Conclusions are the first section of chapter 5. So this section, as described by Preto et al. 2017, is commonly composed of the inclusive summary of findings of the research study. So in this section, you can find facts that were learned from the inquiry. So the conclusion serves an important part in making a research paper, as it is the chance for the researcher to leave a lasting impression. When you have a conclusion, this can be a summary of findings, or this is the summary or the main point of your research. When you have conclusion, this is the you will have a lasting lasting impression of the someone or the readers rather. So research conclusion has its important roles and purpose in research study. So these are commonly iterated as the following. So we have research conclusion is it stresses out the importance of the thesis statement. So dili jud tanan nga mag-stress jud sa research, but mostly jud is nag nagdaghan kay pangutana nganong kinahanglan pa man jud ta mag-research, nga kinahanglan pa ta mag-conclusion, nganong kinahanglan pa ta nga na-adjoy thesis statement. So number 2, so it gives the written work a sense of completeness. When you have conclusion, you are brought to have a complete research. Also, you need to have a reliable data. Of course, when you have conclusion, you are considered that you will have to go to complete your thesis. Also, the thesis statement, when you have your conclusion, you are to go to completeness. Completeness, guys. Yeah. So, and number 3 is it leaves a final impression to the readers. So, as I was saying earlier, that when you have a conclusion, you have a very lasting impression to the readers, as well as your um, as well as your readers. Yeah. So number 4 is it demonstrates good organization. So when you have conclusions, you have the ideas. You have the ideas to have a very good organizations in the future, or just your research title. So, when concluding your paper, you must abide by the following characteristics. These characteristics will guide you to produce a quality research conclusion. Number 3, we have get more good impressions by concluding the importance of the study towards society. So, when you have conclusion, you have a good impressions or ang importance nimo sa study towards sa mga tao or sa mga readers nga mabasa sa imong research. Number 4, we have leaving a question to the readers, which could be a venue for gaining new knowledge. So, when you need to have a strategy, you need also to have a question for the readers so that they could answer and could you gain more knowledge, for them to have gained more knowledge. So we have conclusion and next step. So as we conclude our exploration of population and sampling procedures, it is essential to consider the next steps for practical application and continued learning. So one key aspect is the need for thorough understanding of the various sampling methods and when to use each one effectively. So it is crucial to integrate this understanding into research design and data collection processes to ensure the reliability and validity of the findings. So this is what I'm saying. So when you have a conclusion and you need to have a reliable conclusion, you have to know your data collected, that it is also reliable and truthful, and also it is factful, so that your conclusion will be reliable and reliability for the readers. So additionally, future steps may involve delving into deeper the complexities of sampling errors and biases and how to mitigate their impact. So continuous education and training in this area will be essential for researchers and practitioners. So moreover, considering advancement in technology, exploring innovative sampling approaches and tools will be a key next step in this field. So when you have conclusion, you need to have a more innovative and advancement of the technology, exploring the sampling approaches and techniques that you will need for the next step. So if you have more questions, please question us and see you around.
Ang inyong